Hello there and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings, where we take a closer look at the latest movie trailers on the internet. If you love movie trailers, boy are you in the right place. We love trailers, and it's not just because they give us a peek at all the great movies on the horizon, but because they're an art form in and of themselves. And we want to appreciate them, we want to enjoy them, but we also want to see how they stack up for style, content, and yes, marketing value. And sure, art can be a subjective thing, but that's not going to stop us from giving each trailer a score and then seeing where it lands on this week's leaderboards. And if you want to see new content like this on a regular basis, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button to get notified when new content comes out. Today is December 26th, and to kick things off, we're going to talk about the trailer for Death on the Nile. Check the timestamps in the description below if you want to skip around or just watch on through. Okay, let's get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Simon Doyle.
You must meet Hercule Poirot.
My congratulations, madame.
Merci.
He's only the greatest detective alive.
I suspect you invited me for reasons other than the fun.
You had something to hide.
We have the Karnak all to ourselves, a chef and enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Should have hidden it, shouldn't you?
When you have money, no one is ever really your friend.
It's too late to change events. It's time to face the consequence.
Someone is dead. The crime is murder.
Never again is what
The
you
murderer
saw. That's how
is one of you. Were you aware of any grudges?
Madame is used to getting what she wants.
never again is what you
I don't feel safe here.
the time before.
I don't feel safe with any of them.
There are so many conflicting hates and jealousies.
Oh, I like this.
Did you see or hear anything?
I did not trust her. I still don't.
What did you do last night?
You accused me of murder.
He accuses everyone of murder.
It is a problem, I admit. The murder was methodically planned.
Find who did this.
Never again is what
You are mad.
the time before.
Can I not trust you?
What do you want me to say?
Is what you swore.
Someone else is dead.
You lie in my face! Lock the doors!
The murderer is here. And will stay here.
All right, as we get started here, one of the things that we want to do at Movie Trailer Rankings is to try to separate the movie from the trailer a little bit. Now, that might seem like a difficult thing to do, and sometimes I think that it is, but a lot of times making a trailer is a lot like taking a photograph. So you're not responsible necessarily for the content of what it is that you are taking a picture of, but you are responsible for the things that you leave in and the things that you leave out. And so that's what a good movie trailer does. So one of the things that we want to do here is identify some things that we're going to call critical non-factors, or things that are kind of outside the control of the movie trailer editor. Things about the movie that may or may not have an effect on the trailer, but we don't want to rank them or score them based on these things. They're just things that they had to work with. So let's talk about Death on the Nile. And for our critical non-factors, we're going to be talking a little bit just about the production delays. This is something that this has been a long time coming. And so this isn't the first trailer that's been out for this movie, and people might already have formed their opinions about whether or not they're interested to see it. But that's not something that's within the control of the editors. So just a little outside influence there. I think even still, for as long as they've had on this, there are a few shots where the visual effects are pretty obvious. So it'd be nice if those will get cleaned up for the final edit, but that's, again, not something that the trailer has control over. And then lastly, this feels very similar. It's been a while since I've seen it, but very similar to the Murder on the Orient Express. Again, that's not the trailer's fault, but maybe I could blame Agatha Christie on that. I think if you swapped out the characters and the locations, you could basically cut this trailer for Murder on the Orient Express. So let's move on to the actual scoring. And since this is our first time doing this, I'll actually take a little bit of time just to explain what these categories mean. From a technical standpoint, this is sort of a question of do you understand what it is that you're even watching? So this is just an editing question, and most scores I think are going to be pretty competent. You're not going to see a trailer cut so poorly that you can't even tell what's going on. Though it's very rare. On a special end, it's just going to be something that knocks your socks off from a technical standpoint. Style is just a sort of a question of artistic license, how much are they're doing artistically with the trailer. Music and audio is pretty self-explanatory, how they use music, how they use sound effects. Narrative is probably the one category that you'll hear the most criticism of. They gave away the whole movie. So this is how is it that they're either telling or using the story about the movie in the trailer. And so we want to take a look at that. Impact is more of the marketing question, and that is just that how much does this affect your interest in the movie? Do you want to go see it, or are you less likely to see it because of this trailer? So moving into the scores, I think there are a lot of moving pieces in this film, and so the trailer editors have done a good job here of juggling the very large cast, giving everybody some screen time. The locations are impressive, even if the visual effects aren't always finished, and so they did a nice job, I think, of using those to their advantage to give some nice vistas, give the location its own, gets a lot of screen time here. I'm going to dock a few points for using the Depeche Mode song. This classic rock music trend really needs to be used more sparingly, in my opinion, and I don't think it's really a good fit for a Hercule Poirot story. However, they really did commit to using it here. This isn't just tacked on. They've really edited the entire trailer around it, so maybe recover a little bit there. And I haven't, this is a whodunit, so I'm just going to take a guess here. I haven't read the book myself, but my bet is on Poirot's mustache. It looks alive to me, and I think it's got a shaky alibi. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up with 6.8 out of 10. All right, that's going to do it for us this time. Be sure to leave us some comments below if you think we got it right or wrong, or have some opinions that you'd like us to hear about. Also, let us know if there are some trailers that we've missed that you'd like us to review. We're happy to do that and take a look at those. All right, it's on to the leaderboards. See you next time.